My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to This Song Is Yours, a music podcast where we chat to a new guest each week, talk about their life and creative endeavours, and talk to them about some of the music they love. Our show works by chatting to our guests about music, but also getting them to make you a playlist of the songs they love. You can find the link to our playlist in the show notes. Welcome to episode 95. I'm your host, Simon Fink. Our guest today is bbno. The Canadian rapper and singer is releasing his 5th studio record today, entitled Eat Ya Veggies. In today's episode, we're speaking with bbno about working with Rich Brian, the pros and cons of being an indie artist, and we discuss his Australian fans. Here we go. Our guest today is a rapper, singer and songwriter from Vancouver, Canada. Today he's set to release his 5th studio record in the last 4 years, entitled Eat Ya Veggies. Please welcome to This Song Is Yours, bbno.
What's good? How you doing, man?
I'm very well. How are you today?
Pretty good. I have no complaints. My girlfriend, so there's this restaurant in Vancouver called Pho Tan. It's like a Vietnamese restaurant. And she like made a little bowl recently of like my favorite soup. It's called 16. It's like a 16 large. It's just like a 16. It's the number on the menu. And it's just a large bowl. And like, it's just like this creamy, it's literally the best soup I've ever had in my fucking life. Bottom line. And it's like a creamy coconut red curry broth, but like pho. It's so good. It's like tons of MSG. It's super like family owned business. Been going there since I was like 13. And like quality has just plateaued at the peak always. So
that sounds delicious. I was going to ask if it was like similar to pho, but sounds like it's so good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like even my parents, like my grandmother likes it. She's like 94. Like, that's when you know it hits.
I was going to say, it's solid when the older generation are like, no, it's good.
Yeah. It's super good. Super good.
Congratulations. The new record, Eat Ya Veggies, is out now.
Yeah. It's pretty
very exciting time for you.
It's pretty good. I just hope it does well. That's, I think that's all I can really hope as a musician. I think the album in itself is good. I usually never put an album filled with bangers the whole way through, which, being an artist, you probably should. And you shouldn't really tell people that you don't do that, but it's just like a ploy, I guess, to just put some filler because songs that aren't singles just typically never do as well. But I just said, fuck it. And I genuinely think across the whole board, the album stands up pretty damn solid the whole way through. And I'm stoked on it. And it shows like another level up of bbno, I believe. So
it's a very, very solid album. And I think you've done very well with it, mate. I am very curious just because this is the 5th album since 2018. So you're quite prolific in terms of output and the songs that you're putting out there. Yeah. Was this record meant, like in the grand scheme of things, the grand plan, was this record meant to have happened, or was this kind of like somewhat of a COVID byproduct that, you're stuck indoors?
I mean, I told myself like, I'm probably going to do like an album a year type thing. Just because why not? Like, what do I have to lose? Like, it doesn't really, like whenever artists are like, yeah, it takes me so long. Like when Kanye's album was the 5th album he's ever dropped. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, I've already hit 5 albums. Note to say, like, I don't make like beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy shit. Like, I'm not making that music. But it's like, there's no way it takes that long. like I made this album in like a week and a half. So, like there's no real byproduct. I just made the songs and then we just threw them on a project.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is also is like, I'm not even prolific. Some artists that I have seen with my own two eyes, Soulja Boy make 11 songs in 2 hours. Like,
yeah, right.
It's fucked. That was the coolest experience I've ever seen with my own two eyes. Like the whole studio, which was like twice the size of my bedroom, was like smoked out fully. He was smoking backwood to backwood, had 2 backwoods in his hand, a couple lean and chains bigger than my face. And they were all like fully bust down. Like the coolest shit I've ever seen. He like freestyled. He's like yelling into the microphone with the lean, and you can hear like the chains shake in the microphone. And he comes out and he looks at me dead in the eye. He's like, yo, you fuck with that? And I was like, dude, this is the coolest moment of my life. It's the coolest moment of my life. And it was weird because that was like 2018, 2019 era. And like he had a small little comeback with like, I got the drip, I got the new drip, that song. And I saw him make it and I was like, dude, that's sick. I saw this guy make this shit in like, it was like a 2-minute beat. He made it in like 3 minutes. I don't know how people do that shit. That's
crazy.
Dude, it's like, it's insane because especially in like the hip hop world, it's kind of like, if you don't freestyle, like you're not real. And it's like, if you don't make songs fast, you're not real. It's really weird. Like I've been in sessions and people are like, oh bro, you don't freestyle? And I'm like, no, like, I'm sorry. And then they're like, fucking lame. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying. Just please. So, yeah, I kind of just took that question and just ran with it and went off on a tangent, but c'est la vie.
No, I appreciate it. And that, even if just for the Soulja Boy info, that was solid.
Yeah. I've done, this is my 9th interview today, so I'm just kind of losing my mind slowly. So I'm probably just going to progressively get more and more insane if you ask another question.
No, as long as you're cool with me asking, that's fine. We'll go down the rabbit hole together.
Let's go down the rabbit hole further and further, dude.
Just before you mentioned that, like, you thought release an album a year, why not? One thing I was incredibly impressed by when, prepping for today, I didn't realize that you were like an independent artist. I thought that surely there's the backing of and the resources and everything that of a major, but like you are an indie artist, which I find incredible because you do have this freedom that I imagine a lot of other people in your position don't.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
It took a lifetime to find the person you want to marry. Finding the perfect engagement ring is a lot easier. At BlueNile.com, you can find or design the ring you've always dreamed of with help from Blue Nile's jewelry experts who are on hand 24/7 to answer questions, and the ease and convenience of shopping online. For a limited time, get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com. That's $50 off with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com.
Yeah, I like being independent for that exact reason. But one thing I will say is like I don't have anything to say to that, to be honest. I agree with you. It does make my life a little bit easier, but it makes my life a little bit more worrisome because like, when you sign to a label, they're betting on you. They're throwing down their checks and they're betting on you. And like, if you boof it, they just drop you. They don't come after you after the money. That's just like kind of like a good favor thing. So like, if I lose all that money on my songs and we put all this money down, then I'm betting on myself and like fingers crossed. Right. So, that's the only downside to being independent. But I know being on a label, like if you're not popping, like you get shafted left and right. That's just the way it is. And like, if you're not popping and you sign, also you get like a shit deal guaranteed. Like you have to go to a label, like deal with leverage, or else you're just fucked. Yeah, being independent's been great. I just, I wonder if not being independent, I would be more successful, or, like I would have a bigger touring career, or I would have a bigger team that really focuses more on the creative direction. And I always wonder like where I would be, but from 90% of the time, like all my friends who are signed that are really popular artists and like have careers, they're just like, dude, they do nothing at all. So it's interesting. And like, I like where I'm at. It would be interesting to have like a second perspective kind of that isn't like biased against them doing nothing for them. But I don't know.
I think you're doing relatively well, like on your own as indie at the moment. Like things seem to be blowing up. Edamame featuring Rich Brian is gaining quite a bit of traction in Australia at the moment.
Yeah. Did we? Yeah, we were like popping on Triple J. Yeah, Triple J.
Yeah, Triple J. Yeah.
Yeah. Like super hard. Like all my Australian fans. I have like a lot of Australian fans, like a ton, and Australian people are very similar to Canadians. So like, I fuck with them and just Australian as a whole. Like Melbourne is one of the dopest cities I've ever been to in my life, I think. But I was also there in summer, so it was beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know how well it's doing out there because I don't really like check the analytics that much. I try not to. It kind of like curses my brain. But yeah, I've heard it's doing great.
You definitely have a lot of fans out here. My wife's cousin, Bianca, shout outs, is a massive fan of yours.
Tell him I said what's up.
I will do. I'll pass it on. How did because I think you were a Rich Brian fan as well when you were younger, if I've done my research correctly. How did the collaboration come about?
So I messaged him a while ago, like when he made the Tokyo Drift freestyle. I was like, dude, like, I don't know if you're in COVID vibes right now. This was like right in the height of COVID. I was like, I'm doing one, like, let me know what you think of it. And like, he got back to me. I was like, oh shit, this is dope. And I love his music. Like genuinely, like to this date, every time he drops a new one, I check it out. And I run it in full type thing. Always. Like when I first started making music, like he was like a big fan or a big inspiration to like the delivery, similar beat styles. And like, he's also super talented, like genuinely. And, working with him was kind of also full circle, and it was very interesting. And like, it was just like, oh, there's another form of validation that my music is not that ass. So I'm working with a really dope artist, and yeah, it's sick. And like, he also is like a really cool person. He's really laid back and relaxed. So it was nice to meet him and everything. But I guess I just made the song with Diamond Pistols, like most of my part. And then I just sent it to Rich Brian, and he like weirdly didn't reply to either of us. Or no, he replied and then we just never read it for like a week. And then he hit us up again and was like, yo, like, do you guys want me to get on this song? And we just like both didn't see it. It was pretty funny, but I mean, irrelevant to be honest. So, yeah, that's how it came together.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. Alex, usually we would ask our guests what they're currently listening to, if there's anything that's getting a bit of a workout on your either record player or streaming service. What's currently on your playlist?
I would say I aggressively listen to Men I Trust, a Montreal band. Also, Pink Pantheress is probably the new coolest artist, in my opinion. She just fits the bill for being cool, and her music is great. I'm surprised that it took this long for like a garage act to like really pop. But like, I think she has like super mainstream global appeal, and her voice is fantastic. And like Mura Masa just made a song with her, and I'm like, I want to work with Mura Masa. So yeah, she's sick. She's super good. Pink Panther, all of Pink Panther is, I mean, she only has like 7-8 songs out, but they're all fantastic. And then Men I Trust, super good.
We'll definitely look into both of those. Congratulations again on the album Eat Your Veggies. We do look forward to seeing you down in Australia when, borders open and touring can happen.
No, definitely. I can't wait to get down there.
Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
And that's our show. A massive thank you to bbno Money for his time. Eat Your Veggies is out now, and we've left links in the show notes if you'd like to buy or stream the record. We also want to give a huge shout out to Millie at Positive Feedback for helping out with today's interview. You can find a link to our Spotify playlist in the show notes, where you'll be able to listen to all of our guests' picks. If you like this show, please subscribe wherever you get your pods and stay up to date when new episodes are released. We release new shows each Thursday and Friday morning, with guest playlists streaming on Spotify at the same time. You can follow the playlist profile on Spotify, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Until next week, cheers.
The most powerful designer drugs are the digital ones we use daily. And we get high off them. One touch, tap, like, scroll at a time. Just like tech creators want us to. Use digital without digital using you. Learn more at sync.ithra.com.